today is a day of doing some electrical work. First off, we've got some lights for the trailer. Basically one of the LEDs on the trailer itself are not working, so we're putting some new lights on the trailer. You know, one's not working, but I'd rather put a whole new set on because the other ones are slightly faded anyway, so that'll fix that problem. And you can see one of these is a special LED, different to the other, because one has the number plate light grill underneath it to illuminate the number plate. Alright, so that's that one. Then after that, we're going to fit some lights. I don't know what you call it, map reading lights or something like that at the front of the boat. Mood lighting as well. So these are the little lights that we're going to fit at the front of the boat. Right, so these here swivel side to side and back and forward, and they're just a very soft push touch button. And the beauty about these is they've got a USB port that you can charge your phone from as well. So we'll be putting those in at the front. Right, so there's two of those. Then our anchor switch. Basically, there's a little bit of a fault with the anchor switch. So if you have a look at this switch, it returns. So it goes both directions, right? But it returns to center. You've got to have your finger on it to make the switch work. Basically, the one that's there, when I go put the anchor in a down position, sometimes it doesn't work properly. So there's a little intermittent fault inside the switch itself. So I've decided to replace it because you don't want to get out there and not be able to anchor your boat if something's going wrong. All right, so that's just a cheap fix, and it'll avoid problems in the future. So that's that one. Then I'm putting a little instrument panel on the other side of the kitchen over here. The other side of the galley, with a USB out charger, so whoever's sleeping under there can charge their phones. Also, it's got the voltage indicator on there, so I can quickly look and see how many volts we're running. All right, it's probably not the best idea to put it there, because this will only tell me one battery, or if I put it on all, it might show all. I have to muck around with it, so I'll put it in there and I'll see what it shows me. But what I'm going to do is have one of the switches as the on, and that'll turn on the whole board. I don't want the voltage lights always on, so one will be the main switch for this panel, and then the voltage will go on, and that'll switch on the other two switches. What these two switches are going to do is, we've got LEDs, mood lighting, LEDs. That are going to run underneath the cushions of the boat, and Matthew wants to try and run them above the cushion as well. I think he's already done this one. We'll just have a quick look. Yes, he has. So I'll just disconnect you from here for a second. So if you can see it right there, there's an LED in there. He's run that, and that looks quite good. So he started doing the wiring on that. He might come down today and help me a bit more to do that. I'm putting in all the switching, and Matthew is putting in all the LEDs. We tried it the other night, and it looks really good. It really lifts the boat, putting in warm white LEDs. These are multicoloured. I don't like all the blues and reds and all that. I just like the warm whites, but you can change it. They come with these little control switches, so you can change all the colours in the lighting, and it gives the boat a totally different look. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so this switch here is going to go right here. Underneath where my hand is there. Basically, one is the USB port, and one will be the cigarette. We'll leave the cigarette lighter. We might move the cigarette lighter over a little bit. Not sure if you can see that. I'll just adjust you a bit more. So we'll probably put the switch there and move the cigarette lighter over a bit more there. Why I'm leaving the cigarette lighter there is because we've got a 12-volt coffee machine, and I think you can buy 12-volt kettles as well. So we're going to have that there because being of Italian background, we love our short black coffees and all that. So we're going to still have the access next to the bench here to connect the coffee machine and the kettle. Alright, so I might put one of the switches as the main again, and then it turns on the rest. Or Matthew might want to use, I might leave this switch live all the time. He might want to use two of these switches for the mood lighting. I have to have a look at that. I have to discuss that with Matthew, but you can see the two USB ports as well there. We bought this before we bought the lights. If I'd have known that we were going to have so many USB ports on the boat, I probably wouldn't have bought this. But then again, do you want to climb over the bed to hook up your phone? Probably not. It's easier if you're just outside the boat and you come back in the boat, just you hook up into this and leave your phone up on top of the microwave, and get some charge on your phone or your iPad or whatever it is. So all the USB ports are never going to be used all in one hit, but I'm going to be putting fuses in. I don't want things to be overloaded and that sort of thing as well, so we're going to keep a close eye on that as well. Alright, so let's get stuck into it.